Okay, Oakland Raiders, 12-4, but a very different team going into the playoffs. They may have Matt McCoy, they may have Connor Cook, who is apparently in the NFL. Biggest win this season, obviously the Broncos win 30-20 in Week 9. Their biggest loss, probably Derek Carr. They lost to the Chiefs, obviously, but the biggest loss in the season has to be Carr because he's also their MVP.
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
First of all, Mark Davis and Will Ferrell have the same haircut. That's number one. Number two, Robert Mays, make a case. We have to be very generous, but let's make a case.
Yeah, it's not easy at this point. I feel like if they're going to do anything in the playoffs, it's going to be because they still have a very good offensive line, the most expensive offensive line in the league, where they really threw a lot of their resources the last couple of years. Yeah. And I think they're going to have to lean on that group and the running game. That's been much better this season compared to what it was last year. If they can't run the ball, I'm not sure they'll have enough with Cook or McGloin to score enough points to make up for their defense.
Best case scenario, McGloin or Cook are going to be game managers, and so what they're going to have to do is run the ball, score some points, trying to keep up. But what they need is a few big plays on defense, and that's where Khalil Mack comes into play. If they're going to win, if they're going to go streaking in the playoffs this year, they're going to need an enormous postseason from Khalil Mack, kind of what we saw from Von Miller last year, where he actually takes over games.
Yeah, it really is.
Strip sacks, creating touchdowns, things like that. They need those types of plays.
Okay, there's a case that they won't go streaking. Check this out. Danny, why won't they go streaking?
Well, I mean, it's the obvious. You lose your most valuable player. You lose the guy that's provided so much magic for them this year. And, right now they're down to their third-string quarterback, most likely, in Connor Cook.
It feels like, one, they didn't run the ball against Denver this time, which was concerning. Two, this team just feels defeated in a way. I think that they're really deflated, and it'd be hard to blame them just with how uplifting of a season it's been overall. Really, a renaissance for the entire franchise. For it to go the way it has in the last 2 weeks, it's pretty heartbreaking.
Is Tom Savage the best quarterback in this game?
I don't know. Connor Cook, what we saw from him, I know the game was already over and he was really just in mop-up duty, but Connor Cook played better yesterday than Brock Osweiler has for most of the season.
Well, that's not a high bar.
I know. It's the lowest bar.
Okay, I think the Texans actually win this game. I think the Raiders are done. I just think that there's going to be too much of a letdown.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over the Raiders. Next.